All right, good morning, everyone. Let's get this bread. So, to start the day out, let's see. I have my eyes on Netflix for zero DTE, kind of what I'm looking at. I'm going to, like, right at open, I'm going to grab, like, a lotto put. I'm going to see the closest thing I can get for around $40, and we'll just kind of see how it rides out. Okay, so we got market opening right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a lotto short real quick on Netflix. And then I'll also try to grab a call as well, but we'll see if we can get a pullback or any. Ooh. There's these spreads are all over the place right now. Maybe I won't. Yeah, right now maybe need to let the spreads kind of chill out. Azure or Skittles, good morning. Azure, good morning. PDD, nice overnight move. We'll have to come back to that. And then Universal Connects, good morning. Yeah, happy to see all y'all this morning. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. So right now it's forming some vibe with chills. Welcome, welcome. Let's see if some of this has closed up by now. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we still have a wide spread on a lot of these. Let's see if it'll keep pushing up a little bit. Yeah, this one's a low likelihood. Oh, dang. It jumped up already. All right, so let me go for another one. It's not going to be as easy as I thought. Nah, I guess I'm going to leave Netflix alone. This is usually the day after earnings. Amazing for playing, but yeah, we might just have to give that one some time. All right, let's all right, Jorman, good morning. Rick, good morning. Man, drug halted at the bell. What about PLNT? Are you talking about Palantir? Oh yeah, they had a mean sell-off at open. I think it's kind of like too soon for that one. There's a lot of support at this, I guess, 4180 level. They did kind of break above this trend line, but they need to, here, I'm going to set an alert for them at this 4223 level. If they end up breaking that level, they might be go for upside. We'll kind of watch their volume. So far, the volume today on Palantir is much lower than it was yesterday, though. Just starting out the day. All right, what about Palantir? News up to $3.50 yesterday. That's a good move. Tootsie, good morning. Universal Connects, Planet Fitness. Oh, that's what you're. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't really ever trade Planet Fitness. That's let's see. The ticker go. Okay, I just had something go off. Let's see. All right, so I got an alert on the SPY. Let me check that. Nah, Planet Fitness doesn't get the volume for me to give it attention today. It's only at about 174 traded on this candle, so we can come to that later, but it doesn't get the volume for me to trade it like this one. Palantir has a lot more volume. All right. Hakeem, good morning. Mass 3DRC, good morning. Philip, good morning. So I ran exactly 3.9 miles. Just here, let me pull it up real quick just to let's see. I ran like I ran it like nice and slow. I think I ran at like a 10:30 pace yesterday. Yeah, I ran 3.9 miles yesterday. I did it in 41 minutes, 27 seconds. All right, let's see. Uh, Frank, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Roy, good morning. Manuel, good morning. Universal Connects, I already pulled up Planet Fitness. It doesn't have the trading volume. It like there aren't enough people trading it for me to give that attention on a Friday. Um, Manuel, good morning. Tatiana, good morning. Can you take a look at GEV? I keep doing weekly calls, but yeah, let's take a look at it real quick. I think we typed in, okay, GEV. Hold on, I also want to come over here and look at SPY, because SPY looks like it's breaking a level. This might be a good point for a short. All right, so GEV. So GEV even has more volume than Planet Fitness. But here, let's see. Still not the most volume, but on. Oh, it's at the. I see it's at the EMA. I don't really. There's not really much to say for this right now. Actually, on the 1 hour, it's kind of crossed below. But yeah, there's support at this kind of 171, 172 area. So I would say this, like, probably a little past this. Maybe 170 would be a good stop loss, or maybe, yeah, 170 for a stop loss. And then, oh, target either this high or this high right there. But that's all I would say for that. Yeah, Netflix is pushing up. I was wanting to play it both ways, but $100 isn't going to do it today. Yeah, it's probably not going to be the move. Looks like SPY came to like an EMA, and now it's trying to go back up. So that might be a move. Sergeant Boss Hog, what's up? Yeah, definitely got Netflix in my eye today, but I don't think we're going to be able to play it unless we like do some kind of Hail Mary at the end of the day. All right, so Palantir is pushing up. That might be our trade today. Let's see what kind of volume they have. Go back down to a 5. They got good volume. See how this candle closes. Because I was kind of, yeah, watching this level right here. We'll see how they close. Let me draw a line just so I can actually see it visually. I wanted them to close above right here. If they close above, I think I like them for calls, but let's see. Because they have good volume. Yeah, Palantir might be the move for a call. Buy something close to the money. Should be cheap today. I'm gonna start out with one. I'm a little early, but I'm starting out with 142.5 call. I might grab another one depending on how this candle closes. I paid 23 for it. Or I might just let that one rock and see how that one does. All right. All I want to know is, did anyone stay in news? I ended up collecting a quick 20. Hey, I'm glad. I'm glad you got your $20. That's what's up. I'm glad that ended up working out for you. Philip said I took a quick 30 yesterday. Back now. Should have stayed in longer. Hey, never be upset taking profits. Universal, what's the ticker? The ticker for what? And Hakeem said, hit the like button. Yeah, be sure to hit the like button, family. All right, so we closed above this. So I remember one of you asking about fair value gaps. On the 5 minute, there is a fair value gap down to about 4203, but that's not really a big deal, especially on the 5. So yeah, I think I entered a call about right here. We'll see if we can like hold up or keep the volume up. And then kind of looking for targets. I think it'd be cool to get up to this 4261. But yeah, we do still need to close that gap. So yeah, I'll kind of have that as a stop. I may even look to average down. Oh, the ticker is PLTR. All right, so let's take a look at what is J Well. Did I put that in wrong? Is it this? Oh, there's another penny stock. Not right now. So SPY looks like it found support kind of at this EMA over here. So I would watch out for that. Sweet timing, J Wells. It's a morning person. It's a person. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I was about to say, I was like, yo, that don't make sense. Okay, so looks like we found support there. Let's check in on that call. I'm down like 3 on it, but it's up from when I purchased it. So I'm gonna just hold on to one for now. I also want to check in on AMD. I still feel like we looked at AMD. I really like it at these levels. This might be a good swing to me. Oh, Jay Wells. Okay. He said, "What's your $100 challenge at?" Hey, Rich, I failed the challenge. I had to throw more money in it, so now I'm just trading with $100. So it's like on the streams, it's like I'll have plays that run, but it'll be after I already kind of make the moves. So yeah, the $100 challenge, I have failed that challenge. All right, so I want to check some things. All right, so I'll still have this here. You said, do I ever do spreads? Not at the moment. Just because of right now, the account I like to do spreads on is Robinhood. I have some things I kind of want to do this upcoming year that will work to doing some larger stuff, but honestly, for like smaller accounts, I don't really enjoy spreads as much. And then also, whenever markets are like the markets have been at all-time highs, I like spreads. I don't trade credit spreads that much. That's not really my strategy. Like, that's something I know how to do and showed people how to do, but that's not really my strategy. But debit spreads, I like them for getting potential that I see kind of further out. So it's like when I see something that I can be patient for, it's like I like debit spreads, but I'm not like too much a fan of credit spreads. And Jorman said Tesla's not doing much lately. The reason for that is they have earnings. I'm not sure if you were here yesterday, but Tesla is pretty much here. This is their setup. So this trend line, this is a weekly trend line. For their earnings, they may either bounce off this trend line or they can break this trend line. And kind of the areas I'm watching for the move. So it'll probably come up here, retest 265. Or if it breaks, like we kind of have like a double top coming on right here. So we'll kind of have to see. There's a good chance it could come back to about 180. Could come back to this 168, 170 area. Or as low as 148. So that's to the downside. To the upside, if it gets this 265 level, it's probably moving on to take out this 300 eventually. So Tesla right now is just kind of taking a little breather, doing this thing. It's waiting for earnings. Tesla has earnings next week. So Tesla has been no touchy this week. Yeah, it's really just been hugging all the trend lines. So Palantir is moving like it should. That's good. All right, let's see. Let's go to a 10. Let's go to a 10 on Palantir too. All right, so looking good on Palantir. Yeah, the SPY found supports at that area. So if the SPY wants to run, it could. I would say resistance on the SPY is kind of going to be maybe like 480, 450. Okay, yeah, Palantir is pushing. Let's see how we're doing on that. Dang, this is the beauty of a 0-day DTE. We'll let that run. I'm up like 4% on it. All right, so what is it going to be? I'm looking at Microsoft and AMD in RKLB spreads. What's the interpretation when the VIX goes down? That's usually bullish. Usually. And the markets are green right now, so it's lined up. Let's see. AMD, once again, that's something I was kind of liking too. There's a lot of support at this 155. Let's look at it on a higher time frame. So yeah, we got a few touches here. AMD that could be money today. I might let me see what their options are going for. I'm gonna throw a lotto on AMD for a 160 call as well. Because the day is kind of bullish. We'll see what comes of it. But yeah, I grabbed a 160 call. I paid like 13 for it. I feel like today might be a day we just kind of run, but we're just starting out kind of slow. We'll see. And then, okay, you said RKLB. What is? Oh, Rocket Labs. Okay, so they found support at this, what is this? 1 hour, 48 EMA. Hold on. Yeah, the volume's kind of coming in fairly even for Rocket Labs today. But they are, let's see if they hold above their 200 EMA. Let's look at Microsoft. Honestly, this is one I've never really enjoyed trading. I don't like the way it's like Microsoft goes on runs, but so Microsoft, it's doing a lot of consolidation. On the 4 hour, it's below its 200. which would typically have you watching for downside. Let's see. So right now, I'm not liking it on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, 30 minute, or 15. So that's kind of how I felt about that. All right, so the VIX is on the day is down. Let's check the PCE. All right, so the PCE, so the PCE is kind of low. So honestly, that would be a good day. Today would be a good day for them to run the puts too. All right, so one thing while we're up here on Netflix, let me see how much options they're going for. Since today is a Lotto Friday, here where we start down here, let's look at it on a 4 hour. It's kind of wild, but I also grabbed for I think a 72.25 on Netflix. So yeah, those are lottos I put out. And the idea is that one of them should outpace. All right, so let's see. Spreads are so awesome, Tatiana. You could use cash account to do them. I can't use. So yeah, you need margin, or you need more money in your account to do spreads. Or if you have you need more money or margin to do it. You need the money to cover the trades. Angie B, good morning, good morning. All right, so let's see. So we got Netflix, AMD that we're in, and then where's Palantir? Palantir's down here. So yeah, these are the three I'm watching. So I got upside, preferably upside on Palantir and AMD would be preferable, but if Netflix does come down, hey, I'm there too. Which I'm highly doubtful that it'll come down, but if it makes any kind of reversion to the mean, especially if it does it at any kind of pace, I'm locking in quick profits on that. But yeah, I would like to see something like an AMD run today. But it's currently in a downtrend on the currently in a downtrend on the 10, 15, 30, 1 hour. And it's currently hugging around this 200 on the 4. Can you explain why you can't place a take profit and stop loss on Robinhood? Take profit. So when it comes to take profit, where you want to take profit, take profit is essentially whenever it shows limit, that's going to be your take profit. And when you say stop loss, your stop loss, you can place a stop loss. I'm Rich. I'm going to ask you to try to rephrase that question better. When you say you can't place both. So here, let's see. Both at the same time. So I would say no, not exactly. You can't place both a take profit and a stop loss at the same time on Robinhood. But you can do a stop limit, which is pretty much, well, depending on how you put your stop limit. So a stop limit, it's not usually they're going to give you kind of a notification that says, are you talking about a trailing? Or are you talking about, like, when you say yes, that was my question, are you talking about what I said or what Philip said? I'm going to still answer it like it's what I said, but when you do a stop limit or whatever, you can kind of set where you want your stop and where you want to take profit, but it's going to need to come down to your stop before it can go back and go and take that profit. So if you wanted to take profit at looking at Netflix, say you wanted it at 757, but you had your stop down at 750 first, it would need to pull back and then go up there before it can do that. And it's like, if you understand market structure and you know what it's going to do, and it actually plays out the way it's supposed to, that could work out. That could be all right. But if things don't work out like that, then it's just, I don't know. So yeah, you can't, unfortunately, yeah, you can't place both. And the reason you can't place both is because they don't have what is referred to as advanced orders, which is something you can do where you, here, let's see. Where you would, let's see. Essentially be able to do one or the other. So Mara's up on the day. The call I had is down, but let's see how Clean Spark's doing, because I have that till next week. So yeah, Mara is, wait, where's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin hasn't really gone crazy higher, but Bitcoin is one that likes to move over the weekend, so let's see. Bitcoin is it's kind of been following this 13 EMA for the most part. 54 watching and 15 likes. Let's go, fam. Show some love and support. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Appreciate you, Skittles. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, ever since, I'm not sure if y'all saw my little short, but ever since Bitcoin's kind of crossed this level, it could potentially break out. So if we look at Bitcoin on a weekly chart, I'm not like too crazy on trading Bitcoin, but whenever it comes to doing stuff, Bitcoin has been in like kind of this flag pattern since kind of March when it hit its highs. Kind of been pulling back, and it's had some slight breakouts, but kind of depending on how today closes, if we go crazy this week, or if we can hold above this trend line this week, this will be the first close out here. And that pretty much means we'll go for like, hey, anything can happen here. We're more than likely taking out this high at 73,000, which means that swinging things like Clean Spark, which I have calls on right now, swinging things, calls on swing or Clean Spark, Mara, whatnot. Those are going to be good kind of moves. Tootsie said, where do you trade Bitcoin, newbie? So you can trade Bitcoin in Robinhood. You can trade Bitcoin in Coinbase. I think you can do it on Webull. Hey, no problem, Roy. So yeah, you can do it on all those. The only thing is, it's just going to what's it say? Only thing about that is it's going to utilize your buying power. I don't normally trade Bitcoin though. I'll trade the miners. Like whenever it has movement, like if I think it's about to break out, I'll buy like a Mara, a Clean Spark, or another one is Hut. Hut is the one that has been moving the most. That it's kind of been benefiting the most. So honestly, that's it's kind of been looking like the better way to go. That unfortunately I have not really been dealing with. So there's Hut, there's Mara, there's MSTR, but you want to trade like a Bitcoin miner to kind of benefit from it. And then Mass 3DRC said trade Bitcoin. Well, let me see how Mara and Clean Spark are doing. I know Mara is probably dead. Let's see how how Clean Spark. So Clean Spark overall up 17% on that. Yeah, so we'll see what Bitcoin wants to do today. If it wants to just go crazy and go up like 3,000, maybe it'll even save my Maras, but let's see how we're doing. So AMD is not doing anything. Netflix is trying to push back up, and see how we're doing on the SPY. You said, sorry, Webull doesn't let me trade Bitcoin. Okay, so yeah, Webull actually doesn't let you trade Bitcoin anymore. I think they made like a different app or something for it. It was like kind of extra. I remember there was a point my dad was like asking me for help because he was doing it. All right, let's look at Palantir. Let's see how the progress on our first initial trade today was doing. This is the only trade that I would say was taken today that wasn't a lotto. But one thing I think is weird is this trend line. I did not see this trend line earlier. Let me check on the 5-minute. Okay, so yeah, that like really changes things. Let me look on a higher time frame, see the 1 hour. Okay, so even on the 1 hour, we're still above. So I'm still feeling all right with the Palantir. Let's see. Oh wait, that's Clean Spark. So yeah, we're up on the Palantir trade. Probably should have bought in the money, because in the money is like 42.50, and that means break even is, I think it's going to be like up here for me. So yeah, we'll kind of continue to keep our eyes on that. But let's see. So nothing much going on with the SPY. We got low volume. Here, let's pull over and check out Derive and see what they have to say. So right now, the major indexes are mixed, SPY, slightly bullish. Here, let's see what they have to say about Netflix. See if they have any good trade ideas or anything. Option implied volatility is high at 43.56, suggesting increased uncertainty in potential large price swings around earnings. Derive recommends a straddle or strangle to benefit from volatility, and account mix for market sentiment. Okay. Let's check out AMD real quick. Currently trading at, oh, this is from 18 hours ago. Okay, so we'll hold off on that. Give it some time to kind of refresh. All right, so haven't really got too much volume from the market today. Netflix got a good like initial push, but AMD kind of just chilling, volume decreasing. Palantir, similar story. Qs. Nvidia might, I mean, their volume's not decreasing. So Nvidia might be something to the upside. Let's see. They're kind of at a level of resistance right here. Or they're close. So keep an eye on Nvidia. Apple, I kind of said, I think I had support being about 236, but they had already pulled back to 234. So already hit that. SoFi, still trading below this trend line. Yeah, there's just not much going on in the market today, aside from Netflix. And then Bitcoin. So I think the miners are actually the move. Let's see. So Mara, see Hut. I mean, the volume is low. Clean Spark. And then Bitcoin. So we actually got a gap on Bitcoin on the 5-minute. I think Bitcoin is kind of where the attention is right now. So I'm going to slide these up on the list. Oh, let's see how DJT is doing too. Still struggling to get above and hold above 31. Palantir looks like it caught a little increase in volume on that last candle. So let's see what this next candle we're starting out ends up being. Could be onto something. All right, so I'm gonna move. Clean Spark up. Okay, Palantir looks like it's finding a little bit of volume. Let's see if that's just the Palantir thing or if that's like more of a market thing. No, the market is not. So yeah, Palantir is finding some volume. Let's see if we can actually kind of take out today's high at 42.45. Oh, wait. Yeah, that looks like as of right now, it looks like a good candle. AMD. Starting to feel a little more bearish on AMD. Yeah, we'll kind of see. But yeah, Palantir is pushing up. Okay. We'll see. We might kind of got a little uptrend on. We'll see if AMD can get above that 5 EMA. So we'll kind of watch those for now. Okay, Bitcoin is pushing up. Bitcoin, I think that's a new high for the week. Here, let's jump over. Yeah, Bitcoin's at a new high for the week, so hey, we should keep moving up on the miners. So anybody watching, I personally think things like Clean Spark, Mara, Hut, they're going to be good swings for upside over the week, in my opinion, because they're not really that high right now. So, like, especially if Bitcoin goes crazy now, this is your... Oh, right. Yeah, Riot's another one. Yeah, let's add that on there. there's so many. There's always one always one I end up forgetting. All right, it's kind of okay. We'll have to let's kind of check the history on Riot real quick just to see how it's doing comparatively, or just a correlation coefficient. So Riot is currently at 85. Huts is at 65. Mara's at 87. Clean Spark is at 96. I think Hut kind of has the best outlook in my opinion. Like the best I think they have the most upside kind of on their they need to catch up to Bitcoin the most is what I'm trying to say. But Riot, yeah, they have room for upside too. But like if you're looking for percentage gains, I feel like Hut's going to probably get you the best percentage gain. So yeah, Bitcoin is the highest it's been since. Yeah, Bitcoin hasn't been this high since July. Let me pull back over on Derive real quick. All right, so it updated AMD. So let's see. AMD is currently trading. Stock has been bullish with the 52-week high. Options traders should note the implied volatility, 59, slightly bearish tilt in options activity, suggesting potential opportunities in a straddle or strangle. I always like to check this because there was one time they called like when they actually like slid a price target in there, it was like spot on the money. So yeah, I'm gonna bring it back to the Qs. All right, so one area to watch out on the Qs is going to be right here at 496. That's going to be an area where there's a lot of resistance, and should they get above that, there might be money. Let's go back to Netflix. Netflix looks a lot better on a 5, but it does have its volume like coming down. One thing I wanna turn on VWAP for Netflix today. Oh, hold on, I probably have too many indicators going. Let's turn off the volume real quick. Turn on the VWAP. You're not letting me do the VWAP. There we go. So VWAP is around. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the VWAP on Netflix today. See if we can get a pullback to this 749 kind of area. $22.28. See if it'll let me put the volume back on. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's like weird how sometimes it won't let me do stuff, but then it'll just let me do it. Anybody have anything interesting they're watching? So let's see. See if those line up. Yeah. AMD doesn't know what to do. Let's check in on AMD. Yeah, I think this is what I was drawing was kind of irrelevant. Let's look at them on like a 15. Oh, yeah, whenever you see AMD on a 15, the story is a little different. So yeah, it just really has support at this 156 level. If it loses that, it's kind of done. Wait, what did I get on this? Yeah, let me run some options analysis because could we see a bounce? Could we see a bounce on the 1 minute on SPY? Let's see. I mean, yeah, it's possible to see one on the 1 minute, but let's see. So right now it's consolidating. Right now it does look like kind of like a double top. But yeah, it's consolidating. Could see like a little reversal potentially. Let's kind of see. Right now the RSI is in the middle, so it's kind of like reset. Kind of looking. One thing I see is we do kind of, well, I guess it's not the straightest. There was a point, this was a trend, but they kind of broke below it. So looking at it on the 1 minute, there is a cross of the 13 and 48 to the downside. And we're also on the downside of this trend. But once again, this is a 1 minute, so I would say it doesn't mean much. Not too much at least. All right, so right now it's currently at the VWAP, which is kind of a good level for them to hold it at today. They'll probably like hug prices around this area all day just to have everyone close out their contracts and then move stuff at the end of the day. Oh, I got a email from Tesla. They said the future is autonomous. At our We Robot event, we unveiled the future of autonomy. Now you can experience a part of the future for the next 30 days. Full-time self-driving in your own Tesla. Enable on your... I already got the free month, but if they want to give me another free month, I'll take it. Any kids? If you're talking to me, no, I don't have any kids yet. Yeah, no kids yet. Maybe in about 2 years or so. That's kind of like the time frame I'm looking at. But right now, no kids. Maybe do a little bit more traveling first, and set. Oh, build the assets up. This next couple of years, I'm trying to. I'm 27, so this next couple of years, I'm like throwing throwing like all the free money I get, pretty much, it's being invested. So I'm trying to build up my accounts to a point where, yeah, I don't know. And yeah, things have gotten crazy expensive, like crazy expensive. It's kind of wild. Hey, let's take this time and take a talk. I think it's good that all of y'all are on this stream doing what y'all can right now to learn more. I think, yo, it's good to have a job, but yeah, you definitely need something outside of that too, because I don't think one single job would do it alone. Like the when I was working a job, or when I mean, I never had like an actual job that I would have gotten from having like from utilizing my college degree, because I graduated during COVID, like like I graduated right in 2020 from college, and hold on one second, let's see. You doing it right. Travel and see the world first. Invest first. Most definitely. I have 4 kids with allergies and spend six. Ooh. Hey, as long as you got the income to support it, that's cool. Never worked at a restaurant. Oh, I definitely have worked at a restaurant. I worked at a Whataburger for like. I used to do it in the summers, but yeah, I worked at Whataburger, and I used to work the night shift. Like, hey, that was rough. But yeah, going back to it, what was I saying? I was saying something. Talking about kids. Bro, this market, I gotta watch this on a higher time frame. But it looks like the SPY is like trending up, but it's not doing much. I was talking about kids. I was talking about jobs. Okay, I was saying, wait, if I could go back to age 27, how expensive stuff was. Yeah, things are very expensive. Very expensive. Oh, I was talking about like my job. I was saying that like I graduated in 2020. Yeah, let's take a look at drugs. Things are slow enough right now. We can watch that. Oh, wrong thing. Rug is appears to be down, but drug is a different story. Oh my goodness. Hey, that's the beauty of a pump. That's the beauty of leaving some runners. Yeah, we can. When y'all call that? My goodness. Earlier this week. Sheesh. Okay. Yeah, this is like something. This is definitely like something you trade, or it's like when it's down here, it's like you grab like a couple hundred. No, I have never been arrested. Just something to know. I'm kind of like I've always been kind of like I know it's no fun. Actually, I would still say I'm fun, but like I've always been kind of more of the angel on people's shoulders than the devil. And like usually if I were with my friends, I would be the one doing right. I don't know. I don't really enjoy drinking. I've never smoked or anything, never done any drugs. My kind of mindset is like if if people are feeling good, like for instance, like at a party or whatever, if people are drinking and whatnot, like a lot of the times when I talk to people about the first time they ever consumed anything or taken any drugs or anything like that, usually it was after like a breakup, their parents got divorced, or something like that, some low point in their life. And I've always kind of been able to cope with myself mentally. I kind of like, I know not all of you may really be religious or anything, but I've always kind of leaned on God and just found strength in that. And oh, it's just like if people are having a good time, I could have a good time too. Like it's like a switch in my head. It's like I'm usually a pretty chill dude, but if there's a party that needs to get livened up, I'm just, I might do like a Ric Flair song real quick. I'll get out there, I'll start it up. But I'm not gonna lie, that misses a lot of energy for me. I prefer to be in chill environments. All right. Philip, I wish I got involved with the stock market sooner at a younger age when things weren't. I feel you there because even I feel like that now. Rich, me as F, but I do smoke, but abide by my morals and respond. Hey, that's what's up. Geez, teach me to get up late, miss Netflix. Yeah, let's see Netflix again. Netflix, yeah, Netflix is moving, but there may be moves on that in the future. I need to start focusing more on my other account too, because I've kind of been getting off with that. You said introvert. I would say I am more of an ambivert. I'm between an introvert and an extrovert. It's like I do enjoy being around people. I enjoy meeting new people, talking to people. I'm not like too crazy about parties, but I enjoy like going to, I guess, social gatherings. Like I go to like Run Club on Saturdays. Love to go out there and network with people that are like moving ahead in life and trying to do things. So yeah, usually I enjoy getting out and meeting people, but yeah, I do definitely need time to myself. So yeah, I'm somewhere in between. And Manuel, I'm the same way. I can cope mentally. I don't smoke or drink. Don't have nothing against people that do. I just have a, hey, same here, family. Good man. Keep that up. Not a lot of people can do what you do. Appreciate that. Now I think about it, I'm in between too. When it comes to being like introverted and extroverted, though, one thing I will say is I feel like COVID messed a lot of people up, like so bad. It's like I feel like I'm still doing all right, but I'll say maybe not as well as I used to be. You said, right. Oh, I forgot. I forgot coin. Hold on. Let me slide coin up too. Yeah, coin is one. Coin is probably the first one that you'll see like popping out of all the miners. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like COVID kind of messed people up. Wait, okay. 583.20. Try a hold on SPY. Let's see. Let's check the SPY real quick. So right now, oh, so this is SPY on the 4 hour. Still got like an hour and a half on it. It's retesting. It is retesting that trend line. Yeah, we'll see. It looks like on the 30-minute, ever since market open, if we look at the 30-minute, yeah, that's a decent call right there. So yeah, they could be coming down. So yeah, that might be the last one to go for. I did get a short. I think it was just on Netflix, so I may have to potentially look for one more short. We'll see kind of how this 30-minute candle closes out or how things move. The volume does look a lot lower on this 30-minute candle, so I don't think anything's going to happen, but we'll watch out for it. But yeah, going back to COVID, I think COVID kind of messed a lot up for people because what was I going to say? Like even with me, I would say I was a little bit better at or a lot better at socializing before COVID. And it's like I've kind of been strengthening it lately, but I would say I got like almost like extra awkward dealing with people for the longest. But it's like no matter what I say or what I do, it's like I still like have confidence in myself when I'm talking to people. So it's like if I have nothing to say, like a lot of people feel the need to like fill that awkward silence, but it's like, or they'll just like smile awkwardly. It's like I'll just like it's like I'll just stop talking if there's nothing to say. And some people are like they'll start making those noises and stuff. But it's like I'm chilling, I'm cooling. It's like it's all good. But yeah, like when it comes up to just oh yeah, talking to people it's very interesting. Most profit I've seen in a month. Profit probably about 27K. Largest trade probably about 40K. And yes, this is options trading. This was in 2022. This is around the time when I think there was like a 3 week, like a month long stint. There were stock splits for, I think there was a Google stock split, an Amazon stock split, and there was one other stock split around the time. I think around that time I was buying like, no, for those stock splits, I only bought two, like two contracts. But they were like, I remember each contract was probably like 2 grand. So they were like $20 per share. My family never skipped a beat with COVID. We actually had neighbors call the cops on us for having a birthday party. Oh, so you were one of those. I mean, honestly, I probably would have been too if I had family around me. Maybe not my immediate family, like maybe not my parents and stuff, because I wouldn't want to put them at risk or anything. But like just friends in college and stuff. I think I like in the front part of college, or the front part of COVID, I was still around college, so I did get together with some friends. And yeah, I was. Oh, it's like I think when my account is like where I like it, typically like the most I grab for contracts right now would be about 10. I haven't really gone like too far. I hadn't really gone like too far above 10. I think I've maybe grabbed like 20 before too. But yeah, I don't know. There was one time like a while ago. I think this was back when Robinhood used to limit you to like 200 contracts. There was a one time I had some contracts. They were so cheap. I had like 200 of them. They were calls on Apple. I would be a millionaire if I held those. Like straight up. I had like they were leaps. They were so cheap. They were not moving. But if I even held on to them a month, yo, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Don't even. Patience is truly a virtue. I would like to encourage any of you who don't have some sort of like long-term portfolio, you're not investing daily into a portfolio, take the time and yeah, like 10% of your paycheck, anything at least throw that into that portfolio and then just like average into something every day. All right. I can't imagine graduating trying to go out and work through in COVID. Okay, when I graduated in COVID, like there were no jobs available. And then like by the time like I moved to Colorado, it's like everyone was starting to get, which was just kind of like I would say maybe like 4 6 months after COVID started. Then everyone was starting to get jobs that honestly I would say a lot of them weren't even qualified for. And then it was getting to a point where like people were having like 2 or 3 kind of like work from home kind of jobs where they were getting paid all this extra money because all this stimulus was being paid out. And I'm just over here. I worked at like Best Buy. And it was like Best Buy, working at Best Buy was cool. I learned a lot. There was a lot that happened in my life that wouldn't have had I not. But it's like, yo, all these people get into this money, and it's like I mean, I still had YouTube popping. I was like mining, but like when it came to money that I knew was coming through, that was I wasn't even like full time at Best. I mean, I was working full time hours, but I was not full time at Best Buy. Rocky Star for anyone. Jobs were so weird and still kind of are. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who did get some of those better jobs out of college that are getting laid off now. So people who graduated in 2019, 2020, they've held like good positions since then that are been getting laid out and laid off in the past few months. At jobs like GM and other companies. I had someone who just told me he got laid off like just this past Monday. This one wasn't like a bigger company, but it's like a lot of people. I've had a lot of friends get laid off, and I've seen a lot of people like adding me on LinkedIn. I also, hey, just throwing this out there. I don't really have any intentions or anything on LinkedIn, but yeah, if y'all want to add me on LinkedIn, hey, feel free to add me. The name is Matthew Manuel, and yeah, I will accept you. I might look a little, I have not updated that picture since, I don't know, my face looks a little bit fatter in the picture. And I look dark and I don't know, I feel like I look funny in that picture, but if y'all want to add me, yo, I would love to extend my connection pool, even though I have no intentions of doing anything with LinkedIn. All right, so it looks like we could be breaking, or we're retesting this line. Getting a little retest right here. So once again, we'll watch the volume. All right, let's see. Okay. A lot of work from home stuff and weird restrictions. So many restrictions. That's part of why I moved to Colorado. I bought options for 1.5K only. See 1.1 day, lost it all, but mainly only 300 I've been getting in and out. Late or too early on options. So one thing about options for me, how much I'm trading with is usually based off of how much I can actually afford to be with. So right now, luckily my wife just got a job, so I might start trading with more in my other portfolio. But it's like I've kind of been having to hold this over for like, I would say the majority of the year. So because of that, I've had to have more money to the side, and I've made less trading with it because I have needed to have more to the side to be like responsible and whatnot. So now that she's starting to work and she can help out with more, I can take more of that money or like have less reserves on the side and put kind of a little bit more into trading and maybe get back to seeing numbers like I was in 2020. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's like usually what it's like if I'm trading with an amount that is I guess too much or something that I'm like uncomfortable with and I don't even realize it, that's usually like I usually end up losing it. Like it's like there are times I would have no problem trading with $20,000, but right now it's not the best time for me to trade with $20,000 because I got things that need to be paid for. And would I be okay with losing, like, say I trade with like 20% of that account, would I be okay with losing $44,000 in a day? It's like the answer for that is no. So it's like right now, just leave it alone. I don't even think I'd be cool with losing like 2 grand in a day. So right now it's like I'll just use about 1K and then give it about a month or so. Probably move it back up. Let's see. My biggest thing, no matter how serious COVID was, it's not worth the mental health you lose. Honestly, hey, kids definitely need to be socialized, and that definitely ran a number on kids. You know, there are all these kind of memes and like things about Gen Z kids and whatnot. But it's crazy, like I am the first generation of Gen Z. Or I'm the first, like I'm the cutoff. I'm the start of Gen Z. I don't identify with like any of that Gen Z stuff. I'm like the weird sandwich here. I don't really fit in with the millennials. I don't really fit in with Gen Z. It's so weird. But hey, it is what it is. What's the most you're willing to lose on 500? It would be 500, but it wouldn't be on a single trade. Oh, okay. AMD looks like it's. Let's pull this back up. Just watch. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep our eye on AMD, but on 500, I would say like on a single trade, I'd probably be fine with 200. I mean, that's more but that wouldn't be like in a single day. So it wouldn't be like, hey, I got a trade. It's a weekly contract. I'm down 200 and that's cool. It would be like something that I probably got 2 weeks of time on, and that would be like a swing for me. So it wouldn't be anything I just lost in one day with it. It would be something I was watching on a not a crazy high time frame, but I was looking at a swing for. And there would be instances where I might wake up and the swing may be down more, but it would really just have to depend. So honestly, I think AMD, I think this looks good. Let me go to AMD, if we can get above, like, if we can get back to, coming up here, I think we can do something. Let's go to a 4 hour real quick. Oh, okay, the 4 hour looks ugly. Let's go to a 2. I mean, I still don't love that either. But yeah, we're pushing up a little on AMD. Palantir is playing games. Okay? AMD moving. Oh, I just saw your comment, but appreciate you, Philip. Jay Wells, I lived in Texas throughout COVID. If you wore a mask, you looked weird at. Okay, so yeah, honestly, I have some feelings about it. So at first, I started COVID in Texas, and at first when the whole mask thing came out, I thought it was so cool for having a mask, and then kind of like after a little bit, I was like, yo, I kind of felt like I feel like this is kind of an over exaggeration of like what's going on. It's like I knew it spread its like respiratory droplet. I know it was kind of like airborne the way it was spread, but I honestly think like the mask didn't do. I mean, I'm not gonna say that because I'm not trying to be controversial or anything, but just kind of looking at the way they kind of dealt with the mask and everything, I felt like it was more of a I feel like the government was just trying to like flex power over us in a way. I don't know. It's weird. It's like ever since COVID, it's like I question so many of the government's actions now. And it's like a lot of the conspiracies and stuff that seem like conspiracies, turns out they weren't conspiracies and they're like all true and everything. I don't know. It's so weird. So hold up. Let's see. So so is Spy. Spy's up a little bit. AMD. Wait, where's AMD's up more than the Spy though? So that's something I like. Palantir. Okay, Palantir crossed the level and it got a little volume. Okay, that's looking good. All right, so Palantir is now in the money. Just like that. Let's see if we can make a move. See if the market wants to wake up. So Palantir is back to break even. So that's cool. All right, let's see. Very wise young man. Appreciate you, Skittles. All right, Rich. Dang, 100%. What? In one day. What are we talking? Oh, you're talking about the whole. Oh, I think I already answered your question. So no, yeah, not the whole day, but that would be the most I was willing to lose on the 500 if I'm trading options with it. Yep, I moved to Texas during COVID. It was like not much happening there. Oh. Yeah, that's one thing I like. So when I was in Colorado, some parts, Colorado Springs, I would say was kind of chill. But if you go somewhere like Boulder, yo, even outside, like at the parks that are really open, people there were like, it's like there were people. It's like, first off, if you're that afraid, why are you outside amongst people at a park? You can still go outside, but like, why are you going to a park where people go? It's like, I remember I was actually like, I met up with one of my subscribers. He does pretty well for himself now. Like he like travels and trades now, but he I don't know, met up with one of my subscribers. We were out at like a park or whatever, and just out for a walk. And there were, I think he didn't have his mask on directly. It's like I would kind of pull my mask up, like going up to people just to be polite. And he didn't have his mask on like that. And there were some people walking by, and they would say, "I can't breathe," or they would go, "Ahem," and it's like, "You need a mask on," and it's like they were like very aggressive out there and stuff with all that. They were very aggressive in Boulder about that kind of stuff at that point in time. I was like, yo, don't love it out here. All right, Skittles, I'm so glad I wasn't in the US for COVID. Vietnam was locked down by province, county, but as a foreigner, they ignored me. I was riding motorcycle. That's funny. You know, there are some countries that weren't even like touched by COVID. They were living life just how they normally would have, which kind of makes me question a lot, but we'll leave that for another day. My family wore a mask for the first 2 weeks and never wore one. I mean, kind of same. Unless like there were stores we needed masks to get into, sometimes we would do it going for stores. COVID was awesome for me. Got a year contract in Mexico City and used to go there every 2 weeks for a couple days, all expensive. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, Jorman, you got a picture now. That's what's up. News volume is starting to. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Let's check it out. Here, let's go to a lower time. Okay, I see it starting to. I see it starting to trickle in. I'm I might have to. I might have to tap in with Alpha and see kind of what he looks at for his penny trades, because I know that man makes banks off, or penny stocks. I know he makes bank off his penny stocks. Maybe I can like learn something from it, and start implementing it. It's like I know volume is something good to look for, but he like calls the plays out before they happen. I need to figure out how he does that with penny stocks. Let's see. Okay, so we're up on Palantir now. Up 8%. Oh no, it pulled back. All right, I follow Alpha also. Not sure when he trades them though. So I'm not sure if you're Tootsie. I'm not sure if you're in the Discord. He like it's like I pay Alpha to be in the Discord, and like he's in the free section. So yo, if y'all aren't in the Discord, I know there's a free and paid section, but like there's still value in being in there in the free section because Alpha Trades calls out a bunch of like penny stocks and stuff. And yeah, if this interests you, yeah, be sure to. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you're getting value out of that, cause yeah, that's why I like reached out to him to have him be like a kind of a part of it. I wanted to provide that value for free. He also has a YouTube channel. I mean, I don't think he's as big on YouTube, but he's a good trader. So I was like, yo, let me get him to be a part of this. All right, so yeah, I mean, I like news, especially like just looking at the charts. I like it above like 189. If it gets above that with some volume, you see this gap right here on the 15. It needs to close that. It needs to come up to at least 284. So that looks like money to be had right there. Nah, but yeah, to all the people who were let's move to like a 15 on Palantir. Oh yeah, there's a gap right there. To all the people who were actually benefiting from things like Jormon on during COVID. Unfortunately, I was kind of late to that. I think I got like when I was at Best Buy, I was amongst a bunch of people that were like really comfortable where they were. And that's part of the reason I go to things like run clubs and really try to put myself around people who are trying to better themselves in life and continue to push themselves to like do things they haven't done, and reach new heights. It's like it's not like I absolutely love running, but it's like just the fact that that discipline is there and that these people are trying to discipline themselves and continue to move forward. That's what I like. A lot of these people doing things I don't necessarily understand. Okay, hold on, Master Jar. I watch Alpha Trader's videos also, and he gives bangers, as he calls them, once in a while, and they seem to move. Yeah, yeah. I watch his videos on occasion. Like I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to some other people too, but it's like oh, lately I've just been busy, so I haven't even been able to like watch everything. It's like I've been wanting to put out more content, but yeah, I've been busy too. Also, I'm gonna just say this here. So a lot of people have been asking me for a course, and I've been thinking about doing it. I don't think I'm gonna do like a course. I think I'm gonna just for the patrons on Discord. I already have that kind of like free course in the Discord for the patrons. I think I have some videos that are already ready to go. I think I'm about to like just drop them and have that be a part of like the Patreon or whatever. Cause oh, it seems like I would like to just continue to add stuff, but I don't think it's like enough to really like full on pay for. And I want to kind of like take the time to build it up. Maybe it'll eventually be a course, but like the patrons will just, I'll just like roll that stuff out too. I think I got like 8 or 9 videos to like roll up. And I think the thing that I've kind of just been really like waiting for is for them to be some kind of structure, but I think I'm just gonna kind of unlist them, put them on YouTube, and like drop the links on like a learning channel in Discord. Just a little announcement. Want to do that? That's probably what I'm gonna do today. Is upload those and just organize that after the stream's over. Okay, so Netflix, we're up like almost 11% on the day. Clean Spark, we're kind of pulling off. Um, where's AMD? AMD, we got a little pullback. So I think I'm just gonna hold my stuff and let Robinhood kind of close me out today. Cause I feel like there's potential for everything. Like anything can happen. Unfortunately, like when we're trading on these streams, it's good for like morning volume, but they're kind of just trying to let the market sleep today. But I feel like we'll probably get some sort of move. I just probably won't be here for it. But dang, Netflix is having kind of a monster day. It's a good little move right there. Everything else is pretty flat. I don't know how Outpost says it's up 2 on the day, but they pretty much sold off since that open. And then Dixie's selling off. That's still bullish. Still learning with options. What do you think the longer options? I was looking at holding one for so when it comes to options on the SPY, I don't love longer term options on the SPY personally. It's like I would look it's like I would look at things in the SPY like actually, I'm not sure I love on Netflix, but if you were looking at like a Meta, if you're looking at like a Palantir and Nvidia and Apple or whatever, it's like the more specific you can get, usually the better you can be. Like, personally for me, I like stuff like SoFi, and it's like, oh yeah, I can see this going crazy over the next year, or I can see this doubling up over the next year. I mean, some things need to happen, but I can see that happening. And it's like I like it more for stuff like this than I do for something like the SPY. The SPY is like it definitely can keep moving, but also the SPY I feel like you're paying a lot more for. Like one here, I have some on my watch list on Robinhood that I'll just like grab and just see how they do. Let's see what I have on here that hasn't expired. So I have 4 on my watch list right now. So one thing I have is a $20 call on Palantir. Here, let's look at it. We'll look at it where it was when I bought it. I got too many lines over here. Let me clear this out. Clear some of these EMAs out just because it's a lot to look at. All right, so looking at Palantir, I added it back in April. Here, let's go to the weekly. I added it April 21st. What is it? So around this range when, oh no, that's 2023. I was about to say, I was like, yo, that doesn't add up. Okay, so April, oh, that's March. Okay, so around when, let me get rid of that. Why is this not getting, oh, that's the, okay, so around right in here, when Palantir was at $20, I added some $20 calls that expire. They expire in January. I paid, or I didn't pay for them, but they were $4.73 per share, or $473 for the contract. They are now up 380%. And the stock has more than doubled. So the total return is, in profit wise, it's up $1,800 when I paid $473, and they're worth $2,278 for the contracts. When it comes to the next one, I think this one might actually, Tesla's kind of been on a ride, but this is for that same expiration date. This was Tesla at, I picked this up probably about a week after. So it was April 26th. So yeah, like right here, I guess, I think maybe before this gap up, it was either before or maybe it was down here. Let's say we picked it up around this 140 area. And then Tesla goes on this massive run. It expires in January. And just kind of looking, kind of where this topped out, this contract topped out at 4,000, but I added it for, it was $1,000 when I added it. And Tesla has gone up here, topped out at like 4,000, and then pulled back. And in the money was, it was in the money at 250. It expires it expires in January. Still up 25% on it, so it's up $250, and it's, all this time has passed, and it's right here. But yeah, there was plenty of time to make money off that when it ran up to like 4,000. This one was probably one of my favorite ones. I mean, it didn't, percentage-wise, it didn't go up as much as Palantir, but next one we got is PayPal. I added this one May 13th. So right here when, let's say it was $64. So when PayPal was, it was probably less than that because I got a wrong week. All right, so when it was about 60, yeah, when it was about $61, I added a 52.5 call. I think I was looking at the delta when I added it, which is why I did that one. But I paid $1,473 for it. And kind of ever since, the stock is up like $19. and the total return is 96% or $1,400. So I'm almost up 100% on that initial investment and still have till January. I think this is actually when I want to try to position myself for its upcoming earnings, because when's this earnings? This earnings is October 29th. I think PayPal has the potential to kind of come up and try to take out another level on its earnings. So I would love to see like a pullback to the $75 area. I would love to try to position myself for more upside on that. Let's see. And then last but not least, there was a call on SoFi. I added it July 6th. Let's see how SoFi is doing. So yeah, like when I said SoFi, yeah, I wasn't kidding. So July 6th, where's July? So we'll say like right here around the $6 area. It was $223 when I added, and as of right now it is $463. And this one expires in 2026, so there's still a lot of time on that one. But yeah, it's up 107%. But I don't think you would really get 100% gains on SPY contracts, because I feel like they have there's a lot more premium packed into the contracts. So it would take the SPY moving so much more to actually get that movement on the contract prices. All right, so let's come back down to a lower time frame. All right, so Nvidia, just something I'm saying. Nvidia looks like they maybe oh well, not on a 4 hour. I think I drew this on a 4 hour. But kind of depending on how they open up here, they may be getting ready to open or close below this trend line. We'll kind of watch that. Tesla has been in a tight range this week, man. Pull Bitcoin back up. Yeah, I kind of just feel like with Bitcoin, it's the kind of thing that you like go to sleep on overnight over the weekend. So honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it were like Saturday, Sunday night, something like that. And then Bitcoin is just like in the 70,000s. Your thoughts on selling calls and puts versus buying calls and puts. So if you have the balance, and I think it's a better way to go, personally. That's what I'm working towards, and like this account I'm building up on my the Trading View account, not Trading View, the Interactive Brokers account I got. That's what I'm trying to work up towards, but it's going to take a long time or a longer time with PayPal and Tesla. But this upcoming year, I'm thinking of maybe doing it on a Moomoo account, working our way up to building 100 shares and like teaching people how to sell premium. I want to do like kind of like a little challenge with that. Might hop in a SPY call when it starts getting more flow. We'll see if it gets it when I'm on the call. One thing, so I say we can like sit here till about like We'll try to sit here for about another like 35 minutes. Usually it's like, say I'll get off around like 10:30 Central Time. And I'll usually see the volume like a few minutes after that. So we'll stay a little bit into that to see if we get some volume. Then if not, hey, we'll kind of just go about it, and they might just kind of wait till the end of the day to try to make a move. Because yeah, right now volume is low. But we do appear to be, we're trending up kind of from where the lows were. Like if we go to the 1 hour on everything, we're trending up. Well, at least on SPY, Netflix especially. And then, where's the other one? Palantir. Yeah, everything's trending up on the 1 hour. So if we can continue this. Oh wait, where's an AMD? Yeah, if we catch some volume from here and they want to like really move it. Now that I'm looking at it, kind of the way we have moved, I think I grabbed like a 160 call on AMD. That kind of seems like out of there. It's still possible, but it's out of there. I think I paid like 13 for it though. So that's the kind of exactly what a lot of Friday is for though. Okay. Skittles said, I only sell calls on shares I own. I buy puts when I. That's exactly how I would like to do it. That's exactly how I do it. So yeah, I was kind of talking to somebody here. Let's go. I think I brought this up yesterday, but I was on a call this week. Somebody, he bought 3 shares of Nvidia like 4 years ago, and now those 3 shares are 120 shares because of the stock splits they did. So I was telling him, like he was saying he wanted to make money with it, and I was telling him like if I were in his position, I would sell calls on the pops. And he said he may also want to trade options with it, but it's like I was saying, like, say it pulls back to 140, it's like I would sell a call and then like just close it out whenever it like goes down to your target or whatever. Or I was saying, or you can get more time on it, but usually whenever you hit a high, do it. Because I was like, you can make your money back in one trade, or his initial investment, get paid to own something you want. Anyway, yeah, I legit have a video. I think it's from like 4 years ago now, but it's about like how to sell puts on Robinhood, and that's like legit. It was like get paid to own the stocks you want. That's what I love about selling puts. And then like when COVID happened, I was like, oh my goodness, because everything was so cheap. So one thing you can also do is like if you think something's going up, say I'm looking at like a PayPal or something, right? And say I have like $8,000, but I think over the next couple years it'll run up to like 200 or something. I could get like 2-year contracts on PayPal. Yeah, let's see what those actually would go for. Or I could sell like 2-year puts on PayPal. I'm gonna get in here and like look and see what those would go for. Puts that are in the money. So the farthest I can go out is January 2027, and it'll let me go up to 120. And I guess everything on PayPal kind of goes up to 120 for now. Okay, so it looks like the highest thing I see is January 2025 for 145. But I see PayPal above 120 by 2027. But say I wanted to sell a 120 call on PayPal for, hold on. Oh, that's buy. Just sell the call, break even. Hold on, I need to think about this for a second. Oh no, sell put. That's what I'm trying to. There we go. Those numbers look right. All right, so if I were to say I want to buy PayPal, but also I would be cool with just collecting money, I could sell like some, or if I really just thought it was about to run up, I could sell like puts that are in the money and then just get paid to like, hey, I'm cool owning this stock, but also I'd be cool with just taking profits as well. I can get as deep in the money as I think it's going to go, and then if I think it's going to run up $40, then I can get paid to get it. And my break even, like right now, it shows the break even being 78.85, but it's currently trading at what's it trading at? I think like 80.47. So, Skittles, I have 3 NVIDIA calls for December and not liking it all, regretting it. What kind of calls? What's the strike? Probably will lose all 3 calls at 160, but my average is 102. But I want to keep the shares. Oh, you sold the calls? Is that what you did? Because if you feel uneasy about it, if you sold the calls and you're uneasy about it, you can always, like, say for instance you want to, if you end up thinking, if you want to protect yourself, you can also, like, say Nvidia pulls back or say Nvidia is where it is, you can also buy, like, say you buy 157.60 calls. If you buy them for the same date, they can kind of cancel each other out, so you won't have to sell your shares. But also, you buying those calls, you can also just sell the contracts and close them out if it does move up there too, but doesn't get up there to the 160. So you can also just kind of use those to make money, but you can also use those to maintain your position as well. So you don't have to sell the shares and you don't get that tax hit. So that's definitely something that can be done. So you don't have to, like, you got time and you have options right now. But yeah, if you're really scared, you can just buy more calls ahead of time. But definitely, like, take into account what could happen. You said AMD. Think AMD can still run today? I think it has potential, but it was kind of a lotto play. Because when I was looking at it, I was like, oh yeah, it looks like AMD can run. But it also might be more of a next week thing. It kind of might be similar to that trade I called on Meta last week, because that was a great swing, but it was bad for that day. Here, let's turn this stuff back on. Because it's like, now that I like look at it, AMD on the 1 hour, I got a 160 call, and hold on, I forgot. I grabbed a 160 call. I mean, the Palantir is still doing well, but AMD, like, now that I look at it on the 1 hour, it's a lot less likely, but things I do like, looking at the 1 hour, it is increasing. So I'm going to say there's potential. Like, it's trending up. We would need to really catch some volume, like something that looks like this. I am doubtful that we get volume like that, but it's something that could definitely happen. See how those Palantirs. So those Palantirs are up 13%. Palantir is about to get across the upside. So, that's on the 1 hour. So Palantir could be a good one just to, I don't know, hoping for a big NVIDIA. I'm assuming NVIDIA dip to get out, but also have other shares. So want NVIDIA to go up too. So the thing about shares, so for me, if I'm picking up shares in an account, that's not going to be an options trading account for me. I like to have them separate. Unless I'm trying to sell premium on the account. So ideally it's most beneficial for what's I want to say. So like where I have my Tesla and my PayPal shares and Palantir and stuff, I'm happy to see those go down because I'm still buying them right now. So if I'm buying shares and I'm still looking for them to do whatever, I like to see them going down because it's not like I'm taking profits on them anytime soon. And what was I saying? You said you want it to go up. It's like it doesn't benefit you for it to go up as much right now, especially if you're like selling calls against it. So it's almost like it's more beneficial for you to come down. It's like if you were able to sell the calls at a higher price and it's come down now, you can you benefit from the price coming down because the value of the calls go down, and then you also benefit from the stock being lower. If you want to take that to buy more, you can do that. So yeah, that's kind of how I am when it comes to actually owning shares. But I would say with the majority of my shares, I'm nowhere near being anywhere to taking profits. Here, you prefer buying calls over selling calls? I would say I prefer selling calls, but it's just like it's like it needs to be the right account. So like some of these stocks like Nvidia and Netflix and whatnot, I don't have the balance to like sell those. So right now on other accounts, I look at stocks like PayPal, SoFi, Palantir, and whatnot. I'm even looking at like Fubo. I try to make sure I like build up, get over 100 shares of those so I can sell calls on them in the future. So right now, I'm kind of in the building phase. Okay, thoughts on BA. So I know Boeing kind of had they just had layoffs. That's usually bullish. I don't know. Let's look at them on a weekly. We'll kind of have to see where they close. If they kind of buying up. I don't know. I would like to see them get above, I would say above like 155. They could probably come back up to like 170 or something. Because there's a small little gap there that needs to be filled in. But this is on the weekly chart. Let's drop to a daily. Okay, look for like 158, 159 first. Then probably like 163, 164. Then I'll probably look for 170, 171. And then I feel like they're going to have a tough time getting about 178. But I would say those take time. But I could definitely see them, kind of buying up from here. Right now on the 4-hour, they did just get a cross to the upside. They did it on low volume, but kind of seeing how this holds up. They could come back up. Test this 160. And you said Spirit. Spirit at its low and furloughing people. So yeah, usually when people get laid off or furloughed, that usually ends up being a little pop for the stock. I don't know, let me see where they normally trade. Honestly, I don't know. But honestly, this is something that I wouldn't mind grabbing like 100 shares of just to have in my portfolio and just kind of hold. That's what I would say. All right, Skittle's a good way to think about it. Is football TV popular in the U.S.? I would say it's decently popular. I'm gonna say it needs to do some work, but I would say it's decently popular. Like the platform, I don't know. It's like it's good how you can watch multiple things at once, but some of the navigations and stuff for me, it's like a little slow and like the speeding up and the rewinding and okay, hold up, Palantir popping off a little bit. Okay, let's watch this on a 5. Let's see. All right, so we're up 60% on this contract. All right, so we found some volume there. Let's see how the SPY is looking. Let's go down to a 5 too. I mean, not quite as much volume on the SPY. What platform do you use when selling options? Usually Robinhood. I've done it on Thinkorswim as well, but usually Robinhood. SPY, watch the boom. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. All right, are Celsius drinks popular? Yeah, I would say they're pretty popular. I don't drink them. I did drink one like probably about a month ago. And bro, I think I drank it like midday. I don't, it's like I kind of rely on my own energy because I had that and like the next day my legs were like shaking from the caffeine. It was a little wild. Thanks for the info. Haven't been in the US since 2018. Oh wow. In 2018, I think that was around when I dropped out of nursing school. It's kind of been a minute. I wonder how you would feel coming back to the US. I mean, things are definitely pricier, but I wonder how things would look to you. Because I would say, like, when I came back from Europe, it's like Europe is nice and all. Like, it's really nice, I would say. But, like, everything's, like, older. So I miss a lot of the kind of modern technology and modern buildings. It's like seeing all the older historical stuff, that's cool. But when it comes to what you're living in, I don't know. Definitely prefer the more modern go. So yeah, anyone who took the Palantir, I mean, it's up about 50%. So if you haven't taken profits, 50% is nice. So just be aware of that. I'm kind of just gonna let these ride today. We'll see what happens with them. But yeah, Jorman, wow, Skittles living the dream, right? I've been outside the U.S. all year. I've been twice. for a couple days, only for business. Excited, but coming from Vietnam to US is a culture shock and much more comfortable. Coming from, you think it's easier? You think it's going to be easy coming from Vietnam to US? I mean, that'd be cool. Everything, I mean, especially if you're like listening to American streams, I could see that. Everything seems extremely expensive every time I come. I know how you feel, but I will say we are entering a period of deflation and the prices for things are like kind of working their way down. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's like we're entering deflation. So, maybe some things end up looking cheaper. Okay, so Bitcoin is moving up. Let's pull that up. Yeah, Bitcoin is moving up. So yeah, this would look good for things like HUD, Clean Spark, and Coinbase is the one that's moving the most on the day from it. But I think these will move more. Mara and Clean Spark will move more over the weekend. And Bitcoin holds this, like I think they'll have more of a gap up. Coming from Vietnam, everything will be extremely expensive. For me, super cheap. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That was part of the reason I was like so happy to be in Europe. But some of their stuff, like they started experiencing inflation over there. Okay, now we're getting our move on Bitcoin. That's what I've been waiting for all week. At least Bitcoin's moving. Okay, SPY looks like it's moving too. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let's check Forex Factory real quick. This might be the Fed speaker. What is it? Oh no. Fed FOMC member Waller speaks in, I guess, about 40 minutes, so we won't be here for that. Never mind. Jermon said, "Don't come back, bro." I mean, hey, don't. You can visit. I won't be mad if you visit, man. But yeah, I don't blame you for staying away. All right, light orange, not too much impact, I guess. Matthew, I was 2 weeks in Spain last week. Everything was so expensive. Yo, Spain is crazy expensive. I would say like Ubers and Lyfts in Spain, I would say they're like more expensive than they are in America. Cause when I was in Portugal, right? It was like 2 or 3 euros to go like everywhere. I mean, some like expensive would be like 8 euros for like Ubers and Bolts or whatever. Then we take a trip to Spain. Oh my goodness, we paid like 50 for one. I was like, oh my, Spain is expensive, man. And then the food, I mean, I would say the food is kind of either same price or a little bit more expensive than America for some of this food. I was like, wow. Yeah, Spain is not cheap. But Portugal, oh yeah, Spain can be a little bit expensive. Skittles, I'm Canadian, but also, yeah, Skittles is a passport, bro. It's like food delivery, grab in Vietnam to my house. Oh, that's so nice. Bet you're living a very rich life out there. Nah, yeah, I'm just working, trying to build up my assets to let Bitcoin is trying to be very liquid right here. I'm gonna need them to keep pushing. Let's see them on the weekly again. I mean, that weekly is looking better. It's starting to look better. I'm liking it. Let's just see if we close like that. So yeah, we got Palantir over here. What else were we watching? AMD. AMD doesn't look like it's going to do anything. Let's look at where's the SPY? I mean, the SPY is still trending up, but it's like one of those slow days. I mean, it's almost like you got like a little double top up here, though. Keep watching. There's more to the SPY boom. I mean, from lows this morning. I mean, you might barely be profitable. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully there is more to the SPY boom. Let's see. All right, so yeah, let's give it a little bit, cause we're around that time whenever it's like, oh yeah, it's normally like, yo, I'm like deuces, have a good weekend, all that stuff, and then the market's like, hey, let's wake up. All right, risk said 583.83 low, then back up. I have such a hard time like watching the market so closely. All right, Colombian Kingpin. 0 DTE with $100. I'm assuming you're on SPY. Would you like to get into? Oh, so kind of been looking at a lot of things today. But yeah, we're looking at the SPY, looking at Palantir. We took a trade on Palantir. We actually only used like, I think it was like $23 on it. It's like 23, kind of topped out at 30. So nothing, haven't really seen anything too exciting today while we've been here. Actually about to probably get off here pretty soon just because there's not really too much going on. It's like we had all this volume at the start of the day and it's kind of just been cooling. I wanted to trade Netflix, but actually Netflix, we might get on the 5 minute, we might get a kind of return to this. Here, let me move this alert up. But we might get kind of a return to this 749 area on Netflix. We'll see. Skittles, popular in the US. Viber or I would say WhatsApp's. Yeah, I would just say WhatsApp. I thought WeChat was like more of a China type thing. But I would say WhatsApp is kind of, I say especially when it comes to talking to people that aren't here, like just talking to people internationally, WhatsApp is good for that. Otherwise, like speaking from American to American, I don't really have too much dealing with WeChat or with WhatsApp though. All right, been learning a lot of info today, so not a bad day, even though I'm down a little from being in SPY. Yeah, SPY. Oh, do you have SPY to the downside? Yeah, the SPY right now is, it's not like too much going on. I'll pull the SPY up over here with where the Palantir is. Let's go back to a 1 hour. Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of continue this uptrend, but we'll kind of have to see. I can see Netflix pulling back to this 749 area if it wants to do that fast. Hey, that's cool. I feel like those contracts probably are going to die though. Let's see. Yeah, those Netflix contracts are like 5. They're going for 8 right now. All right, let's look at Bitcoin again. See if okay, so Bitcoin's still pushing. Said I have a call I held from yesterday. Not my best plan until the 25th of October. Let's see. Oh, so it's for next week? I mean, there's potential. He said, hey, Derek, can you look at AMD? Want to get into an option? So AMD. So here, let me come at this from a bearish standpoint first because I've been kind of bullish on it. All right, so on AMD, it is okay. Actually, technically, it swapped into an uptrend once we made the lower low and lower high, or higher low and higher high. So AMD. Wait, real quick to answer Colombian Kingpin. So mostly calls and puts. I don't commonly do credit spreads. It's like I've traded them before and I've showed how to do that on my channel, but I don't really do that often. But kind of coming back to it, AMD, first off, on the weekly is in an uptrend. It's retesting, it appears to be retesting this area that was holding up as resistance, now as support. So I like that. I like that for upside. All right, dropping down to the daily, it appears to be forming support at this 156, which usually once you see consolidation, that's something you would typically see before a reversal. So I also like that idea right there. Going to the 4 hour, it's holding up around the 200 moving average, but we're crossed to the downside. But this is also, once again, turn for a reversal. So AMD is looking like a good swing. Doesn't necessarily look like it's going to be a good move for today though, because it looks like they may just be here to let the contracts die, kind of like something similar to what's been going on with Tesla this week. Because yeah, if you look at Tesla this week, it has pretty much just been moving sideways right there. Skill set, thanks for your time and assistance. I'm probably twice your age, but I learned valuable nuggets from you. Hey, I'm glad to be able to provide value to this world and to your life. All right, let's want to pull Bitcoin back up. Yo, I am loving this chart from Bitcoin. So I would say like if we look at it on a weekend or weekly, this is a breakout. We're breaking out of this range. This is the start of something new. Say the last time we really, not exactly the same flag pattern, but last time we got any kind of like flag kind of action or anything like that on Bitcoin. Let's take a look. I would say, honestly, this isn't even comparable because this took so much longer. So it's probably, the move is probably bigger. But yeah, last time we saw, that was a 92% move. It's kind of wild. If we get anything comparable to that, even if it were from like, if we took it from this point right here, a 92%, oh, hold up, 92% move. That would put us a little above a little above 100K in a couple weeks. So I'm really feeling like, if anything, the clean spark call we have could be some money. But here, let's look at the SPY real quick. Let's check the volume. So no volume on the SPY. Let's check Palantir. Oh man, you still have the uptrend. Here, let's check the SPY. AMD. I think this one's dead for the day. But the SPY is still riding the EMA. So you said did a quick $19 call strike for Mara. Did you get it for today or for next week? Oh, okay. Let's see where Mara is. So let's see how much it costs. I'll just share my opinion on that before I roll off. I mean, it definitely, so at this level, I would say it is a lotto. Like, it's definitely a lotto, but it has good potential. Like, with today, yeah, you could see some things from that. Hopefully the Mars I grabbed earlier this week come back from the dead, and if that happens, you're getting paid on this. But next week probably would have been crazy money, but this is actually, let me see. I always like to see how much the next week is out on Friday. So I think next week is not too crazy. Like a whole nother week of time, like an extra week when you got pretty much a confirmed breakout. Well, actually, Bitcoin's a little weird because the week doesn't end today. I guess this candle closes on candle I guess closes on Sunday maybe. But it looks like a confirmed breakout. Like this is the largest it's been since let's see. Yeah, so from the trend line, it's up 5% from the trend line. But all the other ones, the highest one looks like it was probably this one. So above the trend line. Yeah, the highest that has come above the trend line while it's been has been about 2.8%. So I would say like with the confirmed like pop to the upside in a week of time, that $90 is almost like nothing, especially for a swing. That's just my take on it. But anyways, that is going to do it for today. Also, want to take the time real quick just to show y'all this website. Let y'all know it's free right now. I got a friend that's kind of developing it, but if you want like trade ideas, insight on different stocks and whatnot, check it out. It's I'm gonna drop the link for anyone that's interested. Yo, check that out. There have been times it has given good targets for AMD, and it's just something that's in development right now that I wanted to share light with. It's still free, but it gives information you would normally have to pay for. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's, or I guess for this week's stream. And yeah, I will catch you next week. It's been real. Hope you have a blessed weekend, blessed day, all that good stuff. Yeah, happy 0 DTE Friday. Hopefully the markets start moving. Matthew Manuel signing off, and I want to change your life. See y'all.